or a true fan, not a casual. Well, even the casuals, if you're old enough, should know about this fight. The zaniest fight in boxing history goes down. I give the check to the fan man, Holyfield Riddick Bowe. The second version of that fight comes out of nowhere. A fan man jumping from a plane. This guy was absolutely insane and absolutely bananas. And he got his butt absolutely whipped as he landed on the turnbuckle of the freaking fight. During the fight in the 7th round, the fight was stopped for like 20 minutes. The guys got cold. They had to get things going, get this guy. He was arrested. You know, it's just not, too many things like that are just not going to happen over a period of time. That was just absolutely asinine for that guy to even think of doing something like that. But he is in American history, at least in a sports venue. And, you know, at the same time, that's kind of reaching for bananas to go that far to be noted in history. Write a journal, write a book, do a biography or something, getting on another way. That was absolutely crazy. And that's why that gets the Zany Award. Now, we're going to go to one of the biggest robberies in the boxing era. Controversial fights have happened over a period of time. Some are so big and because they've drawn such a spotlight, and you got guys like the Mildred Taylor Chavez fight, one of the biggest robberies when it comes to controversy. It was controversial. Richard Steele stops the fight with 2 seconds left. But in his defense, he didn't know it was 2 seconds left. He heard the 10-second warning timer. But Mildred Taylor was mangled. You know, at that moment, everyone was upset. But if you look at it over time, the guy looked dead on his feet. One more punch could have killed him. But one of the biggest, like I said, that goes down as the most controversial stoppages. Only because of the mass hysteria that it caused when it happened. But when you look back at it, you know, there was a call for duty. And you don't want a body on your hands if you were a referee. If you could have stopped it, you know, you stopped the fight. Whether stop it 1 punch too soon than 1 punch too late. So that automatically gets it. And when it comes down to it, Holyfield's in a couple of these because he also was in a controversial decision with Lennox Lewis and Holyfield won, where Lennox Lewis clearly beat Holyfield up throughout that entire fight. To only walk away with a draw, and that was boxing robbery. The second fight, Holyfield really won. They gave it to Lennox Lewis. That's what you call everything coming back full circle. So, what you give and what you get. So those 2 fights go up under robbery and controversy. And it was definitely controversial. All right, now we're going to go into fights that were stopped due to damage. Do you want to see MayweatherPacquiao fight get to the point where it's so bloody, brutally knots and cuts? Then stop. Because the guys who have that right now are Shane Mosley and Vargas. Vargas had a knot over his freaking eye. He couldn't even see anything. It was welded shut. It was like when Mitch Green was hit by Mike Tyson. But Tyson didn't have gloves on. Shane Mosley did. And they had to stop that fight. The second fight was Holyfield Rockman. The super knot. So damage due to injury. That fight. Will Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao mimic that fight? I don't know. It's a lot of blood and gore and knots and swellage and inflammation going on there. That's gonna take some serious punching or headbutts. And of course, Lennox Lewis, Klitschko. Vitaly, the big brother. When Lennox jabs him and rips his eye, he had to get 61 stitches in his eye. It was horrid. You could see it. It looked like a fish mouth. when he ripped it wide open. But Vitali still wanted to fight. His mouth was split wide open from the inside out. So, you know, fights stopped by damage and accumulative damage. These 3 fights definitely reign supreme. You could probably think of other ones, but you'll have to really think of them. But these are definitely significant. They were horrid to look at. All 3 of them. And the ultimate war, the ultimate warrior, and you guys all know who that was. The epic trilogy. Will Mayweather and Pacquiao mimic Arturo Gatti and Mickey Ward? 1, 2, or 3. I'm in line for it, and I'm first. People, I don't know if you guys have been watching and following social media on a regular basis, but there comes a time when a fighter holds on to something for a certain reason, because the reason for him to let it go wasn't valid. Well, how I'm going to approach this next and last topic is that I think right now, and I truly believe that Floyd Mayweather used to love that O. But the magnitude of this event, people, listen to me, truly do not stop it. The magnitude of this event has surpassed anything any of us have lived to watch and ever experience, because there has not been this much involvement in social media with any fight. The Canelo fight, the De La Hoya fight, social media wasn't even relevant when Floyd fought De La Hoya, so those were the record-breaking numbers. Then we broke it again with Canelo Alvarez and Floyd Mayweather. But that is nothing, absolutely nothing. This thing is surpassing and tipping points in venues and arenas that have nothing to do with sports, let alone the casual fan, the mainstream audience, the insurgents of ABC, NBC, CBS, all of these channels and ESPN all coming to the forefront to embrace and have boxing a part of their menu, a part of their entree. And that's where we are right now. As I watch Floyd and Manny train, I don't think it's about just the victory now. I think these boys have been put in a position internally, because they both are great, that I think right now, without further ado, that these guys are all both fighting and training to put on the fight of their lives. Win, lose, or draw, nobody loses this fight because of the epic proportions that this fight and the tidal waves, the tsunami that it's brought to the forefront for all of the mainstream American audience, the UK, China, everywhere on this globe will have some kind of connection to Pacquiao Mayweather. And Mayweather-Pacquiao will be one of these scenarios. But the question is, which one of these scenarios will this fight mimic? You tell me. Leave it in the comment box. Which fight that I just named will this fight mimic? Do you truly believe that Floyd has realized that this fight is bigger than an O? Because the methods that I've seen him train and Pacquiao, it's bigger than the O. And I think these boys understand the level of boxing history they are about to partake in. No one in this era has experienced anything like this. This is the first time. And we are first in line. They call me the Fight Doctor. And I thank you guys for watching. Because you're watching Master Boxing. And this is where we break the fight world down, baby. Round Bow round. Peace. Be sure to share the video. Bring all your friends. Bring your groups. Bring your posse. Bring your co-workers involved in this conversation. Because when it's all said and done, it's relevant. And it's a relevant conversation. Be blessed. Peace. Pacquiao Mayweather for life.